What if my ex starts dating during no contact? Hello and welcome to Love Advice TV. My name is Coach Adrian and I'm so happy to be able to do this video for you. As you know, our bread and butter is helping people get back together after a breakup. And if you've been watching videos on our channel, you know that no contact, radio silence, a period of distancing after a breakup is something that we have talked about at great lengths. And perhaps a topic that we have not addressed enough is this notion of an ex dating during no contact, or you finding out that your ex is seeing someone else during your period of no contact. This topic came about because I coached someone just yesterday who was in that situation and freaking out a little bit. And so I wanted to give everyone a little bit of insight on this specific situation. So it is not uncommon for an ex to start to date after a breakup because oftentimes people don't know how to be single. They don't know how to cope with the failed relationship. And so that's why people jump into new relationships to try to soften the blow. Sometimes it's with individuals that they started talking to at the end of the relationship before the breakup occurred. And other times it's just casual dates that they start to go on, especially men. Men love to get on dating websites right after a breakup. And I know a lot of my clients struggle with that, dealing with a partner that jumps on a dating application or some sort of online dating sites right after the breakup. Does it mean that they're over you? Does it mean that the relationship didn't care? Does it mean that this person doesn't care about you? Those are all questions that my client yesterday was trying to wrestle with. And in truth, it doesn't mean all that. All that this means really is that your partner is trying to put themselves back out there and trying to move forward. But most people try to move forward after a relationship. And most times when you jump straight into another relationship, it is a rebound. It doesn't last and more damage is done. In order to be happy in a relationship, you need to make sure that you are constantly bringing yourself to account and not just coasting through the relationship. And at the time of a breakup, both parties have things that they need to learn and work on. And jumping into another relationship prevents you from addressing those issues because it's all rosy. It's the honeymoon phase. Everything is great. And you feel like the relationship was the problem or your ex was the problem. When in reality, you surely have some things that you need to bring yourself to account for. And so if you find out that your significant other is dating, don't panic, don't freak out. The truth is, you're no longer together and you need to accept the fact that you're broken up. They're responsible for what they do and you have no jurisdiction over the matter. Most importantly, it does not mean that they're over you or that you can't get back together as long as you're focused on the right things. And if it happens during no contact, especially if it happens during no contact, I don't want you messaging them, bombarding them, asking them why they're doing this. I don't want you to focus on this other relationship. I don't want you to stalk their new partner on social media because you're only going to do more damage to your chances of getting back together. And if you've already done some of those things, it's okay. But please stop. Because the more you dig, the harder it is to get out of that hole. And ultimately, getting back together is about inspiring your significant other. You will not inspire them if you are needy, desperate, or vulnerable, and if you show them that you're completely heartbroken over the fact that they're seeing other people. It's possible also, if you're in a no-contact period, that your significant other is tricking you into thinking that they're with someone else to get you to react. This is something that I have seen quite often also. And if you were to react and to validate them, it would only give them more security, more confidence. And you may very well push them into someone else's arms. Ultimately, when a breakup happens, you have to accept that you're no longer together, as I was saying earlier. And if you end up dating other people and getting back together, you have to accept that that's part of the story. And you can't revisit that past and act jealous and possessive because the dynamics had changed. So you're very aware that your significant other may or may not have been seeing other people. And if you choose to pursue the relationship, you have to accept it for what it is. A reset will be in order, and it won't happen unless you have done the work, focusing on yourself, addressing those things that you need to address to make you the best alternative. Don't compete with this other person. Compete with yourself to be the best version of you. Put your quality traits and attributes forward, and you will see that in due time, you'll have a window. You will have your opportunity to make this relationship right. Either way, this video was created to reassure you, to tell you that it's not the end of the world, that it's not as if you have necessarily lost them forever. My client that I spoke to is well on his way to rebuilding this relationship, even though this woman that he loved was dating someone else. In that case, it's because there was trust issues. And she was doing it, his ex was doing it to protect herself because she was afraid of being vulnerable. And perhaps she was trying to teach him a lesson as well, even though she still loved him. So if that's the case for this man that I spoke to yesterday, it may very well be the case for you too. So be patient. Focus on the things that you can control, and you'll see that good things will come in time. As always, if you have questions on this topic, leave them in the comment section below. You have access to a private video linked to this topic to get more insights on what to do in this very situation, and you can find that in the description box below. We always try to give you as much tools and resources as we can to help you reach your goals. So, keep fighting the good fight, stay positive, and see you soon for another video.